Welcome to Plus Talk on Plus Life. We're all about turning positive into a plus, and Maria Mejia does that daily. She empowers people through her activism. Good to see you again, my friend.
Very good to see you as well, Carl. It's an honor and a pleasure to be here with you again.
You really do take pride in empowering people, and you really do use your voice and your platform to educate people. I know speaking particularly to girls and women is important for you. When did this moment come about for you when you went, this is what I have to do?
Okay, this happened 25 years ago, but I was a little bit kind of like in the HIV closet. So I was comfortable in small settings like hospitals, churches, jails. I have been very, very fortunate to be able to reach people from all backgrounds, all religions, no religions. I have followers that are from 12 years old all the way to 80, mentors of mine, and a lot of men follow me as well that are HIV negative, which is super important. But as a woman, as a gender woman, it was very important for me because if you notice, all in the United States and around the world, there's really no spaces for us. So I'm a very proud global ambassador and CAP member for the Well Project, which is a women and girls organization that empowers women. And I have been with them for many years. So when I started with them, maybe 12, 13 years ago, that's when I told my ex partner back then, who was Lisa, and now he's a trans man. His name is Lee. And I said, listen, I'm gonna come out, and I know when I'm gonna come out in a huge way. And but I know that you might get discriminated because of the stigma. And they're like, I know that that's your mission. You've been doing this for a long time, and I know you're gonna touch many lives. And I said, if I save one life, my mission is complete. It's not about the numbers. It's about empowering and saving lives. And but I have been fortunate to reach all corners of the world.
Yeah, and I want to go back a little bit to when you were diagnosed, because you were diagnosed in 1991. You didn't start treatment for 10 years. Whereas I know in my case, like I was diagnosed and didn't start treatment for a while because at the time where I lived, those were kind of the health guidelines. I don't think that was the case here in the States. What was the reasoning for your delay in treatment, I guess?
HIV was transmitted to me by my first boyfriend in 1988 at the age of 15, but I didn't know it. He didn't know it either. He was a teenager as well, and he passed a long time ago. I didn't know I had HIV. So a few years, let's say a couple years down the line, 1991, I decided to kind of like change my life around because I grew up in a very violent environment, and I'm a non-active ex non I mean I'm a non-active gang member basically that grew up in a lot of violence, and I decided to leave because I knew that was not my foundation. I go into a place called Job Corp, which is like a second opportunity, like vocational school. So they do random tests to all of us for pregnancy, for everything. And when I received the news that I had HIV, it was over. It was a death sentence. My mother, my brother, and I decided to go back to where I was born, Medellin, Colombia. And back there, we had no support groups. I didn't know anyone with HIV. There was no medicine. There was no information. There was nothing. Just a death sentence. And I had to live with a stigma, self stigma. My mom sat me down, and I know she meant, she protecting me because there's a lot of ignorance, especially back then with an ultra conservative Catholic family. It's not easy. So she said, we're not going to tell anyone in the family or friends that you have HIV. We're going to say it's either lupus or leukemia. And we came up with leukemia. Like it was a lie for 10 years until I got tired of it. And so ultimately, as we know, without treatment, I almost died. I went down to 39 T cells, and I also had cancer in my uterus. I'm in remission of that as well. So I was dealing with that as well. Came back to the US. My doctor, my late doctor, Dr. Roper, told me, Maria, how do you feel? I said, I feel like I'm dying, like a candle is withering away. He goes, you are dying. And if you don't get on treatment, I give you less than a month to live. Are you ready? And I said, I'm ready. And I got on treatment, and in 4 weeks I became undetectable, and I've been undetectable since the year 2001.
It's a common story in your culture, in your community, where well meaning family members say, we're not going to tell anyone.
Yeah.
We're going to call it lupus, or we're going to call it leukemia.
Yep.
What do you do in your activism and in the way you use your voice these days to speak to those people in your community, those type of people, and also,
All communities.
yeah, all communities, but
Yeah.
specifically, culturally, it's a thing.
Yes. Well, what I do is I show my face to humanize the condition and educate. I am a fierce treatment advocate. Now we have the exceptional and wonderful tool of U equals U. So you cannot fight science. So what I do is when they see me, because they show sometimes they have told me that, they have shown my videos of YouTube that I did a long time ago to all their family and sat them down like a family gathering where I'm speaking, directly to the family, or sometimes they want to even disclose to their children that they have HIV, and so the parents and they don't know how to tell the children, so they ask me, "Can you do a video talking to my child and explaining to them that they're going to be okay and that I, as a mother or a father, I'm going to be okay as well." So I lead by example. And I'm a 35-year long-term survivor. I'm still here, still fighting. Sometimes you do get tired because I'm a human being. Everybody gets tired, but I push myself every day. Like I said, leading by example is extremely important. Talking about, because I have been in both sides, no treatment and treatment. So when someone comes to me and tells me, "Oh my God, my life is over, I'm gonna die," and this and that, I say, wait a minute. I don't mean to, because I'm like a little bit of like a drill sergeant sometimes. I'm like tough love. I'm like, listen, we already were the guinea pigs. We already have everything for you. We have social media. I don't know if you know this, but I'm the founder of the largest international support group in the world in English and in Spanish. And so all those people from Latin America, from India, in the Middle East, places where there is a lot of extreme stigma, Russia, you know, I mean, it's all over really. Um, the message is the same, that this is a human condition.
Maria, thank you so much for joining me. It's always really great to see you, and I feed off your energy. And thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for everything you do. Thank you for your time.
Thank you as well. Bye. Adios.
Bye bye. That's going to do it for this episode of Plus Talk. If you want more information, go to our website, pluslifemedia.com, and remember to follow us across social media platforms. We are at Plus Life Media, and we've got all of Maria's information up on the website too. Until next time, be nice to one another, be kind, and be safe. See you soon.